I don't know. I have not read any such thing anywhere. I have no data available with me. I asked him, what is the source of this information? His answer was, sir, itne to hote hi honge. Hey, man, I cannot fire an arrow in the dark. And that is the reason I continuously keep telling you, read. The more you read, the more you retain. The more you retain, the more backup of what you are saying can be built. Real life examples. Give real life examples. They serve two purposes. One, they make the GD or your presentation interesting. And second, it gives you a break from beating around the bush. Everybody is beating around the bush. Everybody is beating around the bush. That is what generally you will find in a group discussion. And last but not the least, generate supportive data with source. Not just as it is. With source. Right? Then second, I come to quality of content, which is the prep model. This is the way you should be presenting your thought or view or idea. And what does this prep model say? It says, first you put across a point, P, then you give reason behind that point, R. Then you support it with an example, that is E, and then come up with the next point. That is the way you put across your point. It's not just a bare, vague thought which you just present and leave it. Not the right way of presentation in a GD. Are we together? I come to parameter 2, that is the behavioral and the personality skills, which amounts to 25% of weightage in the overall parameter evaluation. First thing is the attitude. This attitude will start showing from the way you sit. I think I have shown it to you. From the way you sit. To the way you talk to other people. The way you accept them in the group. The way you allow them speak. The way you take a chance from them to speak. In a GD you won't say, shut up. Let me talk. Not a very good way of or very good behavior. Then is team membership. Can you take the entire group along with you like a team? Participation. How participative you are. Or it is like that just you come to the GD and you are just sitting, observing and giving no input. That's of no use. Assertion versus accommodation. How confident you are in what you are talking. So how assertive you are and how accommodative you are. When somebody else is putting across a point, how comfortably, logically you accept the other person's point. And last but not the least is readiness for leadership. If nobody is, I say, this is the topic of discussion start. And everybody is sitting, mom, looking at each other's face, who will start? That's the point where I can see, are you ready to take leadership? Yes.
May not give any preparation time.
May or may not be. They may say you have 1 minute to think and then start. They may say. But they may not. They may give you impromptu, this is the topic, start. Parameter 3, that is the communication skills, which amounts to 25% of the weightage when it comes to the entire evaluation. In communication, what comes is listening skills. As I told you, there are some people who sunne ko hi taiyar nahi hote. Bas, because I am saying this is right, and this is the only thing which is right. That is, people who are low on listening skills would get less. Assimilation, how you assimilate your entire conversation or your entire point or your entire thought. Coherent articulation, that means whatever you are speaking, does one thing relate to the second and second relate to the third? Or it is like bits and pieces you are talking from here, there and there. Last is body language and eye contact. When you sit in a group and discuss, you talk to each person in a group, and that is the reason it is generally an oval or a circle in which you are made to sit, so that you can talk and maintain eye contact with each one. The moment you do not maintain eye contact with each one of the personnel, somebody else will jump into the GD and take the pattern from you and start speaking. Because till the time you are maintaining the eye contact, you are making sure that the other person is listening to you. The moment you leave that eye contact, you will generally see that somebody else is going to take the pattern and start speaking. So the time which you wanted to give to yourself to make an effective presentation in the GD is lost. These are the parameters of evaluation. Quickly, as I said, content, that is the process, quality of content, that is the communication, and the prep model is part of the quality of content. Let's quickly understand the psychologist's perspective. There are different roles which can be seen in a GD. That is the role of a professor, salesman, gatekeeper, timekeeper, butcher, spectator, and a passenger. Let's quickly first understand the role of a professor. Professor in a GD is a person who is very much aware of the topic. A lot of kids come to me and say, the topic, समझ ही नहीं है, पता नहीं क्या पूछा. But a professor is a person in a GD who is very much aware of the topic. So his strength is his grasp of the subject, knowledge and ideas are very high. But his limitations are, he is preoccupied with his or her own ideas. उसको ये लगता है जो मैं बोल रहा हूं वही सत्य वचन है, बाकी सब तो इधर भंगार पब्लिक इकट्ठी हुई है. Low on listening and does not even know if others are listening to him or not. और अपनी कहानी सुना रहेगा. He is not interested दूसरे सुन रहे कि नहीं, बट उसको ये लग रहा है कि क्योंकि मेरे को सब पता है टॉपिक के बारे में, तो जो मैं बोल रहा हूं वो सब सुन रहे हैं बस. This is the role of a professor. Second is the role of a salesman. This role, the strength is he is very good at selling anything to anyone. And in a GD, what do you sell? Ideas. Ideas. Yourself is something in a personal interview. In a GD, you sell ideas. To whom? To the group. And he is very good at making trades. His limitation is he needs an idea to be sold. That means not rich in his or her own ideas. So what he does is he just keeps sitting and observing who is a weak player in a GD. And that player is just sitting thinking, and he pops up with something, but because of the noise of other people, nobody listens to him, and he settles down. He would pick up that idea from there, refurbish it, right, repackage it, reframe it, and present it into the group like an original idea. That is what a salesman does. Next is the timekeeper. Who is a timekeeper? This is a person who keeps the time and keeps pushing the group forward. For example, if they are told that within 15 minutes you have to come to the conclusion, means there needs to be somebody who time and again wraps up the things and tells the group to go ahead and further discuss. This guy keeps pushing the group without wrapping up or without basically consolidating the stuff. Only role which he plays in a GD is it's already 6 minutes are over. I think we should go ahead. Where I don't know. This guy is the timekeeper. His weakness is he is more occupied with the time than the password. He's just sitting on the watch. Because since I tell you all these roles, I tell you that there go to be one timekeeper in the group, and because you do not know anything about the topic, so you pick up the role of a timekeeper. कि मेरे को contribute तो करना है ग्रुप में, कुछ तो contribute करना है, और वो कुछ क्या होना चाहिए? Let me take care of the time. Let's go ahead. Where? I don't know. Let's go ahead. That's what a timekeeper does. Next is the butcher. As the name suggests, butcher is to cut. And that is the main thing which this guy does. He chops things to pieces with this thing. And he is very much welcome in a group with very aggressive members. Whatever the other person says, he chops it. You are wrong. Maybe 5 minutes down the line, he himself says the same thing. But now because you have said it, it's wrong. That's what a butcher does. His limitation is he may be uncontrollably aggressive. And there are chilies in which I have seen, people literally stand up from the chair and start getting into a verbal spat. This is that character who would generally do it. Then is the gatekeeper. Who is a gatekeeper? Gatekeeper is a person who controls the entry and the exit, maintains the place. So that means if there are a lot of people who start popping up and there's a lot of noise which starts happening in a discussion, this guy will say, well, my dear friends, I think the group is becoming too noisy. Can we all settle down and let's listen to each other one by one. Yes, madam, you tell us, what is your thought? What he's done? He has cleaned up the place from the mess, and he is operating or he is maintaining the entry and exit of the group members. Knows who is doing what and uses that to allow entry or exit. His limitation again, he is very low on content.